that photography bit here, mate. That's what that hangs means. There's a scenic bit here somewhere.
What's that?
You want to stop here? Can't do, can't I? Unfortunately, the Land Rover's been playing up, so we're hiring a car, and we've just picked this one up. And I'm going to have to turn my camera in because I can't get the whole car and the people in at the same time. Look.
I don't know what your problem with my car is.
So who's going to drive it? Can we get our luggage in there, can we?
Yeah, we've got a roof back here.
So the three of them. Right, who's going in the back seat? Will we get the four of us in there?
Yeah, maybe. We can adjust the back seat as well.
So there's a little Seat. I reckon it'll be alright. It's like Mr. Bean in it. You could put an armchair on the roof, couldn't we? We're just in a town called Ribes de Freser. So like Fraser for Duncan, because he's like Fraser half of Dad's army there. And it's a nice little place. and we're just having a cup of coffee here while we're driving towards the coast, which is the Mediterranean, which we may get there today. I'll say hello everybody.
Hello. Hi everyone. Hello.
Yeah, nice little place. It was a lovely drive down to here. Probably drove down, I don't know, 5 miles downhill. I don't know.
Yeah, something
Must be that.
Yeah.
Just a really good drive down here. No tracks this morning though. Sitting there with a glass of wine, mate, and be precinct through there. And then we're going to go over the bridge by the looks of it, mate, yeah.
Take the next left.
We're going left there, mate.
Oh.
Let's go in the left, mate. Let's go in the left. I don't know where else would have could have went.
Take the first exit.
between France and Spain, or Spain and France, because we come from the Spanish side, and the route de Ripoll is, if that's how you say it. So France is just over there. You can see Département des Pyrénées Orientales, which is a French region, and Spain is just here. We are here with the vehicles. There's Billy with the vehicles, the Defender there, and here's France. Here's the view in France. Sorry, Spain. We've just driven through these mountains for the last 11 days, I think. We've been driving through the Pyrenees. We're just now at the top, and the last mountain, I believe, to the highest point. I think we're at 1,500 metres here. Yeah, I think it's 1,500 metres here, which is the border. And there's Mark and Greg. And they're very much Catalonian here, because there's a sign up here. You can see the flag over there. Very much a sign here that says Spain 210 miles from here, or 210 kilometres. Well, that'll be all the way through Catalonia. Every village we have passed through are very proudly flying the Catalonian flag, and it's been good to see, actually. You know, they're very proud of their heritage, and rightly so, because this is a beautiful region of, I don't want to say Spain, Catalonia. And there you go. So that's where we've just come from, the route Ripolles. So I'm here with Mark, and we're on the border of Spain and France at this car park here, and this here is called the route Ripolles, which goes obviously from the French border right through the valley we've just driven through, which was stunning, really, wasn't it? It was
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Beautiful little towns, a lot of history. We never had the chance to stop because we're making for the coast now, but there seems to be a lot of history in a lot of these places. We've just, at the border here, we've just read some signs, and from what we can make out of the Spanish and French is, in 1939 a load of people were evacuated from, they made the choice to move over to France, and some of the villages behind us through a little track just to over Mark's right shoulder there, and they came across here, and apparently the village on the other side were amazed at this column of people coming through the valley to get in France.
The views coming up that road, unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We like to get off-road, but sometimes the roads are as exciting and as beautiful as doing the off-roading, and I think if we only did off-road we'd miss a lot of the stuff. So I think doing a bit of off-roading and then kind of getting on the road and seeing some of the sights the road's got to offer actually makes it a kind of a proper day type thing, like rather than just being enclosed in an off-road route. Sometimes the one we did yesterday, as good as it was, we were probably 2.5 hours off-road, but it was quite enclosed in trees. So even though there was fantastic views out there, we didn't get a great chance to see them because we were in amongst the trees.
Well, that was good fun.
It was.
That was quite fun, yeah.
I think it was
I did
probably,
enjoy that.
I think it was probably one of the best drives we did. The one we did the other day, coming through a gorge. I mean, that was just.
That was unbelievable.
I was driving with Mark that day, or Mark was doing the driving, I was doing the filming, which
Really
hopefully you'll
crashing.
see in the footage. It was just. We go through tunnels and all you could see was in.
Yeah, that was
mouth
immense.
Wide open, we're going, my God, look at this. So at the moment we're just letting the engines cool down. They've had a tough drive up here. I think we're at 1,300 metres here just now, 1,500 metres.
I think it's 15.
1,580 metres we're at here at the border. So it's all going to be kind of roughly downhill now to the coast. I think we've got about 40 miles to go, something like that. So what's the criteria for coming out in this? I would think the criteria, reality is, we want to take guys out with PTSD, but it could be anything, just struggling in life in general, like if you're feeling a bit down, you're welcome to come on this. You know, like I think this is a growing process. It's a positive experience, or we want it to be a positive experience. A lot of that is down to you as an individual as well to make it a positive experience. It's very hard to look at the negatives in life. Sorry, it's very easy to look at the negatives in life. We want to change that around to look at the positives. So even things happen on the trip that cause a negative. Do you know what we like to do is if we're running the campsite, we like to go to the barn. We're not
Sit in chinwag.
One thing we don't do when we're out on an expedition is we don't get bladdered.
No.
Because I think that adds its own negative connotations to what we do. Plus, we've got to drive. There's a zero tolerance in drink driving here, so we're not going to risk that in any shape or form.
Yeah.
But it's okay to finish the day with a couple of beers.
Yeah, and a chinwag. It's a way to end the day.
Unwind.
Yeah.
It's a way to get away from the tents for a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Sit as a group and just
Take the miss
talk
out of
bollocks.
as you do.
Just talk bollocks, innit?
Yeah.
You know, like
It's mostly him, but
but
Oh, what, the Mickey
you do add
taking?
a bit yourself.
No,
You got to remember, I have
really?
heard your stories a lot of times.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, that is true as well, I
yeah,
suppose,
yeah,
yeah.
I have heard your stories a lot of times. You know, so when he's telling all the guys the stories, I just switch off.
Yeah, so do I, to be fair.
Like, we've heard them all before. For God's sake. Just try and get some new stories, will you? Anyway, so.
Well, you can tell us about your trip to Mordor at least.
Wow.
Oh,
See,
Mordor.
that's an interesting one.
Mordor. Aye, Mordor.
It was when it documented.
You see what I've got to put up with?
So, this has been the most laid-back expedition we've run, and this
Oh,
is
yeah,
probably
without a
my
doubt.
12th or 13th expedition I've run, and I think this has been the most laid back, and I put that down to no fixed plan. So I think we're suitably cooled down now. I think we're going to head off.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Let's
Down the hill.
hit the coast, hit the med.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know if the med's ready for us, are they? So we've just crossed the border from Spain into France, dropped into a village called Prats-de-Mollo-la-Preste, and as you can see, big cathedral and a big hill fort on the top of the hill there. It's a stunning place. You can see all the battlements coming down all the way around the old church. I don't know if that's a battlement or whether it's a monastery or not, but it's really impressive. So this is Prats-de-Mollo-la-Preste. We've just come through the mountains down into the village, and you can see a beautiful river. But this is a walled city by the looks of it, a walled town in the past. You can see the battlements in front of me. And then the cathedral up above, leading to the fort above that. We're not far from Perpignan here. And then obviously the French are lovers of rugby. There's a rugby pitched in there. They're really impressive.
Looking at his bits.
Obsessed about it. So here we are in the walled city. Bars and restaurants down there. And this is the walls of the, I think this might be the cathedral. The fort's a lot higher up.
What
do you think?
You might be right.
I think it's the cathedral here.
Might be right.